What if I told you that America may have already paid reparations?
Sharpers no skånsk hands truck yet, only hold them.
Not with money, but with something far bigger.
You need to eat soon, baby.
Rarely acknowledged out loud.
I'm tired of being poor, Ma.
Baby, please, don't start again.
You bought me a used PlayStation 3. It's like 20-year-old tech. All my friends, they all got PS5s.
I'm busting my ass with 2 jobs. I bought you that so you don't need to be out with those strange friends. I don't want you ending up like your brother.
To understand any debate about reparations, we must step back. Not 200 years, but 2,000. When you are Italian, history isn't just a textbook, it's under your feet. The Roman Empire, the foundation of my country, was built entirely on slavery. Millions of people from every corner of Europe and the Middle East were torn from their homes, conquered, and forced to work the fields, the mines, the households. Then Italy was conquered, again and again, for centuries. If you go back far enough, every people on earth has been both victim and victor, slaves and conquerors. Slavery did not begin in America, and it did not end there. It is a recurring failure of human history. If you believe you're the only group descended from slaves because you are a Black American, think again. White Americans came from Europe. There is no white bloodline that did not pass through slavery. Slavery in America was real. It was horrific, dehumanizing, and unforgivable. What came after? Segregation and discrimination were real. That is the truth. But reality did not freeze in time. Black Americans today live in one of the safest, richest, most opportunity-filled countries on earth. A country where the poorest have access to things billions across the world can only imagine.
Michael, come to grab some milk.
Clean water, electricity, free schooling, modern medicine, rights.
How was your day at school?
It was okay.
There is a 1030 at Hoffman and 187. Roger that. I'm close to the shop.
Michael! Hey, Michael, you forgot your backpack at the convenience store.
What can I say? Oh, thanks, John.
Okay, you should get going, or you'll be late for school.
You're out of breath, John. You should train a little.
Yeah. Bye, Michael.
Okay, John. Take care.
Yeah, I should do something.
The past leaves scars, but the present leaves doors open that billions of others will never even see. Before we talk about reparations, we need to ask an important question. What does reparation mean today?
It's because of Archimedes' principle. If the liquid displaced is heavier than the object will not sink.
Very well, Michael.
There is a phrase used constantly, systemic racism. People use it to explain every difference in outcome. Systemic racism means laws that actively discriminate, like apartheid or segregation. There is no law that targets Black Americans. No institution designed to hold them down. No regulation preventing them from voting, studying, owning property, or becoming wealthy. Quite the opposite. Many institutions actively favor them: scholarships, DEI programs, corporate incentives. Yes, individual racism exists everywhere among all humans, but a racist system, not today. There's another confusion. Many believe that if two groups have different outcomes, that must be oppression. If someone earns more, privilege. If someone earns less, racism. If someone studies less, racism. If someone becomes CEO, privilege. But if that logic were true, then I should sue every kid with an iPhone who became a YouTuber and earns in 1 month what I earned in 10 years. Is that discrimination? Or is it simply life? Outcomes come from choices, timing, culture, discipline, and environment.
You remember your cousin Tim? Little Timmy. You know he got his degree in physics, right? Top of his class. I swear, when that boy was a baby, I already knew. Always taking apart the radio, trying to build something. Smart kid, real smart. And Jamal? Lord, that one surprised me. Boy used to get into fights every other week. I was always at that school. Now look at him, a doctor. He became a whole doctor. Imagine that.
There are no invisible ghosts holding you down. If unequal outcomes are not proof of oppression, then the real question becomes this: how long does responsibility last?
Jamal, a whole doctor. And your father? Just the opposite of all that. I used to think he was an angel, you know. Back then, he could do no wrong in my eyes. Then one morning, he just looked at me and said he was tired. Tired of working like a mule to feed us. Tired of everything. He packed his things, got in that old car, and drove off like we ain't even real. You were too young to remember. Maybe that's a blessing.
Teaching in China gave me the opportunity to meet young, brilliant Africans. They came with government scholarships. They fought for every chance they got. They were not average. They were exceptional, because opportunity is rare where they come from. And they told me something I will never forget.
Your worst day in America is better than our normal day back home.
These were not poor people. These were the lucky ones, the most educated, the most capable. And even they said, if we had the chance
to be born in the United States, we would take it instantly.
This is the moment where reparations stop being historical and become geographical. Imagine two distant branches of the same family tree. One branch remained in Africa. The other became African American. Today, these two lives exist on the same planet, but in two completely different realities. One faces poverty, unstable electricity, limited hospitals, corruption, water scarcity, and few chances. The other, even when poor, lives in a society with endless resources and opportunities. This isn't a moral judgment, it's simply a comparison of realities. By the accident of fate, the descendants of enslaved people ended up in a society that, today, offers far more opportunities than the countries their ancestors came from. The people who committed the sins of the past are gone. No one alive today is to be blamed. We must be aware of the past, but at the same time, we have to appreciate the possibilities of the present.
You know what your granddaddy used to tell me? He worked all his life in a warehouse, never complained once. We got what we got because of him. He said, Girl,
you climb what you can. If there's only one step, you climb one. If there's 10, you climb 10.
But your brother, He looked at all those steps and said, "There's too many. I need a shortcut." Shortcuts don't build strength, baby.
Lil bro, listen. I'm making real money now. Soon, we ain't gonna be poor no more. Whatever you want, I'll get it for you.
Stop. Down on your knees.
Now, let's look at ourselves. If you believe you could have survived a hard life in Africa, good. That means you believe in your strength. And if that is true, imagine what you could achieve in America, the richest, freest, most opportunity-filled country on earth. In Africa, the steps they face just to reach the starting line of a poor American are countless. What is really holding you down? The ghosts of the past do not have this power over you.
Today, she still walks up to 10 kilometers in seating temperatures.
This is the sound you've been hearing. This is the breath behind the entire story. Every day, millions of people live this reality.
Thank you, my son.
Before you even reach the starting line, you already have opportunities, infrastructure, and safety.
Mom,
Hey, what's wrong? Are you okay? You look different.
thanks for the PlayStation, Mom. I like it.
Oh, my boy is growing up.
And if all of this is true, maybe the reparation has already been given. Truth grows only where people dare to question. If thinking is your habit, you're welcome to follow what comes next.